welcome back, guys. I'm your host, Keyblade Kyrie 2010. I am super excited for the next cosplay tutorial that I'm about to do is Servamp. And the character I decided to do, his name is Tsubaki. Now I know a lot of people are going to pronounce it the other way around, but that is how the anime pronounces it. He's a madman and he's out for revenge. I'm not really going to get too much into detail, but one minute he's cool, calm, and collected, and the next he's a madman. So let's get started on the cosplay costume, which I just got in this past week, and I'm super excited to actually be cosplaying from a series that isn't well known yet, but I am really hoping that the anime becomes really big because it's a really good anime. It's a small anime, but it works out. Alright, so this will be the first time ever that I have basically almost everything for the cosplay costume, which I'm happy to say that I have shoes for this cosplay this time around and a blade all ready for you guys. So yeah, this blade also needs a little bit of a paint job work of the red flakes in it to make it look like his power, which I will eventually do as well. The only thing I'm really missing for this cosplay is red eye contacts, and that's basically it. So, we all start with the same thing that we do in every cosplay video that I end up doing for you guys, and that is the hair. Gotta make sure it's up and away and out of my face and in a bun, and just to make sure that it doesn't get intertwined with the cosplay costume. The music that you are hearing right now is by the people that are publishers for Servamp, so yeah. Make sure you guys check out my other cosplay costumes as well if you're interested in this one. First up is a comfortable cosplay uniform underneath. So if you're going to be wearing something open and whatnot, as I dance around very pretty, you got to make sure you're going to have some comfy clothes underneath because gotta have some like shorts or something underneath, you know. We did modify this costume a little bit. No, I didn't modify the sleeves. The sleeves actually came that way. We did add the white piece that goes around the collar because they just gave me something that velcroed around my neck, and I didn't think that was a good idea, so we just sewed it on there. Alright, and first off is the secondary sleeve, which is where he hides his blade a lot of the time, and that is the detail that is on it. I know it's supposed to be like camellia blossoms, but this is what they gave me. It's also long because this is just how his costume is. He hides his face behind the long sleeve from time to time, and when he laughs maniacally, he always holds it up to his face. So we did put a hook and eye in the middle of the cosplay costume so that way it would stay. So that way it doesn't move or unravel when I was done, when I start moving around. So yeah, but that is how his sleeve is supposed to be. So next up is the jacket that goes over his shoulders. He doesn't actually wear this jacket. He actually just wears it on his shoulders. And it is the same pattern on as on the sleeve. So again, it's supposed to be camellia blossoms, but this is what they had. We did put hook and eyes on the shoulder pieces, so that way it would stay on the main piece. I actually took this out a couple days ago, and it was windy out, and I had to hold on to the jacket itself. And it was just quite a bit of a pain to keep it on the shoulders, especially because the other fabric was so slick. So it didn't really stay exactly where I wanted it to, but my friend put some hook and eyes in the shoulders for me, and now it'll stay perfectly fine. I do apologize for my voice, guys. I am currently sick right now. I am sick during this video as well, so just send out good vibes for me to get better. So, alright guys, that's basically it. We put the pieces on. I do have to adjust it when I put the cosplay costume back on because it decides to move past my shoulders, which it doesn't actually stay like it's supposed to. Which I am totally amazed that in the anime he does like all these flips and stuff, and it still stays on, like it's anime logic, you know? And we want to make sure it stays on as best it can. So there's the other hook and eye for the cosplay costume. So yeah, very, very excited for this costume. And we're going to have a couple more people cosplaying from the series this year at Con. So I'll have a total of 3 costumes this year, which I'm really excited about. So that's the back of it and the front when it's put on. Alright, so the next piece is just the red band that goes around his waist. There's no fancy bow or anything, and my friend had to actually cut this for me because it was just, the costume ended up being a little too big in some spots, and this was definitely one of the spots that it was really big in, was the band. So she took the Velcro off, and then we sized it around my waist, and there it goes. So it goes around my middle, and yeah. Just me showing off the band. Now, I know he is male, and I might get a male cover for my chest piece, because his chest does show a little bit in some spots. But I choose not to show off my chest, so yeah, but I do leave it open enough for if a male person would want to borrow my cosplay costume. Alright, for next up is the famous hair wig that I have for it. I apologize as I cough like a lot in this video. I am just sick as a dog, and I hope that I get better. So, alright, there it is. All nice and done up and prettily done. Alright, next up is the famous Shion wig slash Rukia wig. I had to think there for a sec. This wig I've used for Shion and as Rukia, so I thought it would be just perfect for me to actually use for Tsubaki. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are going to pronounce his name Tsubaki, which, if that's how you pronounce it, great, but in the anime, it's actually pronounced Tsubaki, which I guess is the male version of Tsubaki, if that makes any sense. But it's kind of funny that his symbol is the camellia blossom, which also reminds me of Soul Leader, like, so badly. So here are the glasses that he wears. No, there is no lenses on them, but I do plan to alter them to look like sunglasses, because he does have like a brown tinge to them, like they're sunglasses, but they're not. Alright, next up are the famous fangs that I used in my Vampire Knight cosplay tutorial. So, I've used these for now 2 cosplay costumes now. Vampire Knight Zero and now Tsubaki, which I'm so excited to actually be cosplaying as him. Alright, so this will be the first time ever that I actually have a pair of shoes for a character. And he actually wears wooden shoes, which I am using, that my friend actually gave to me. Bless her heart, and I thank her with a passion for fixing them, because they actually broke. And yeah, I'll be walking around in these. They're a little weird to be walking in. I'm so used to walking on my toe a lot, so I will have to practice in walking in them. But other than that, they don't seem too uncomfortable. I will be bringing another pair of shoes just in case if I get too uncomfortable of standing on them. But yeah, there are his shoes. Next up are just random poses and stuff that happen in the anime. In the anime, he has a fox mask that eventually I actually want to get and actually put in with the cosplay costume, because I think it would look really cool on the side of his head. And I know he has a regular parasol with him that he uses from time to time in the anime. So yeah, the next thing that I'm gonna do is basically pull my blade out of my sleeve just like he does. I know I'm not all magical and whatnot, but I try to make it look badass. Like, he hides his blade in the long sleeve, so yeah. I try to be weird and very sick and sadistic like he is in the anime. So I lick my blade, I do all sorts of things. I laugh like him and just be a little crazy and maniacal a little bit, because that's just how he is. You know, one minute he's Dr. Jekyll and the next he's Mr. Hyde, if that makes any sense. But yeah, he doesn't actually lick his blade, but I could just see him as a character actually doing that. So I just randomly decide to lick my blade. In that shot, I actually licked my hand. So he covers his face a lot with his long sleeves. So, but yeah, I dance around the room and act all cool and then crazy and just overall try to be the character as best I can. I still have to rewatch the anime, even though it's a really short anime, and it sounds like they might be bringing out a secondary season for it, which I would so totally love, because I just think that we would love to see more of the characters. So yeah. All right, guys, that is basically it for Subiki's cosplay costume from Sir Vamp. You guys should definitely check out that anime if you're interested. If you need an idea of where to actually look for the anime, go to Kiss Anime, and you will be able to find it. It's a really good anime. So be sure to check out my other cosplays for the other ones as well that I have. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Next up is photos. Keyblade Kyrie 2010 signing out, and hopefully I'll be over my cold, and we'll see you guys real soon. Bye, guys.